Good day. My name is Pablo Das, and I figured that if I sat here with my head floating in the center of a kind of spiritual-looking Indian type of pattern, it almost looks like I have a halo or like a kind of an Indian afro or something. That you would project some high level of spirituality on me, and then you would want to do some work with me. So hopefully that's running its course, and you're taking out your checkbooks. And, yeah. The reason that I'm making this video, partly just to sort of entertain myself, but also to make contact to talk a little bit about how I work and what it is I do, and so that we can talk about the initial consultations and how that all works. Basically, what I do is that I work with people in creating wellness or balance, health, wellness, and balance. I prefer the word balance because ultimately it's about identifying the variables in our lives that influence or impact the way that we feel from moment to moment, because very often, since I'm working with people around issues that arise out of the relationship to food or substances or even compulsive behaviors at some point, it is these variables which influence the way that we feel in our bodies, in our emotional lives, in our minds, the internal conditions which influence actually our behavior. Now, very often, the kind of critical issue that I'm dealing with most everybody is a sense of answering the question, you know, when I have a certain set of intentions about the kind of lifestyle that I want to live or the way I want to eat, or an intention to stay sober or to have more balance or wellness, experience of wellness in my life, and since I know what those, what would produce those results, you know, around food, exercise, getting enough rest, stress management, meditation, the central question becomes, why, when I have these specific set of intentions, is my behavior something so totally different? And it's precisely at that point that I think most people defer to, you know, looking for more information, looking to someone who's an expert, or looking to scientific nutrition, or kind of recovery model of some sort. And when I feel that what is actually necessary and helpful at that point is that what's really needed is for us to come home to our own bodies, hearts and minds, to make direct contact with the conditions within us that inform our need for a dependency or a compulsive behavior, or to act out with food or substances, whatever it is, in the way that we do. So my work very much centralizes mindfulness practice. I pull a lot of my perspective from the sort of Buddhist philosophy, and you know, as well as a kind of holistic model around wellness and nutrition, and kind of working with those basic elements to figure out and design a program for whatever a particular person who I come in contact, a potential client, needs. So what we would do in our initial consultation is to give you some time to reflect with me about what your primary concerns are, whether that's around food or wellness or recovery or spiritual practice in general, and really, you know, wanting to widen the lens beyond just conversation about the substance or the behavior or the food or whatever, into some exploration around the kind of variables in our lives that influence the way that we feel. So widening the lens to talk about physical activity, to talk about sleep, to talk about water consumption, to talk about food imbalance for people as individuals, to talk about the state of your mindfulness practice, which is really the best system for paying attention to the results of your behavior, as well as coming into contact, direct contact, with the conditions that inform your need for this behavior in the first place. So we'll have some opportunity to talk about how all of that is, what your kind of deeper intentions are for your life, and then it's an opportunity for me to see if what I do can be of some use to you. And of course, we'll talk about how my program works, and all of the kind of details and logistics around that. So hopefully this feels useful and helpful in making decisions to whether to have the consultation or not. I hope you do, and I hope that my spiritual afro has made you feel deeply compelled to check out the possibility of the two of us doing some work together. Okay? I hope to hear from you. Take good care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon-ish. Cheers.